We're talking about leadership styles, and there's really four basic leadership styles we have to deal with, especially when we're talking about supply chain procurement professionals. A lot of times we think of the directors of an organization, and the directors of an organization tend to lead from up here. So we've got the director. So they have everybody down below them. And basically it's a top-down type of approach where the one's dictating what the action's going to be, setting the stage, the big picture, the results. The results is a big hot button right there. So it's really a top-down type of approach. Then we also have people that lead more from the center. That's more of our interactive type of people. And so you have maybe middle-level managers. Okay. We call them very interactive. They're very people-focused. And they tend to lead from the center, meaning they have to be the center of attention. Everything has to go from them. Sometimes they're micromanagers because it has to go through them. They want to get all the recognition. A lot of times they'll take credit for things just because somebody brings things to their attention, even though these other people may have been responsible for that. So we got the top-down approach, you've got the leading from the center approach, and then we also have a couple of other approaches here. We have a very analytical type of people. Some of our CFOs, our project managers, they're going to tend to lead from the side. So we'll say our project managers, CFO, are very analytical type of people. So they're leading from here, and then they have everyone else over here. So they're really looking from the outside to see what's going on. They're evaluating, they're overseeing, but they're not dictating action necessarily. They're evaluating what's going on, they're setting expectations, they're doing all the research. So they're kind of leading from the side. And then you have one other type of person, and they tend not to really be as much of leaders in organizations. However, they do tend to be in certain types of departments, especially procurement, logistics, supply, and they tend to be more of our study type of people. Okay? They're also somewhat analytical at times, but they really lead as part of the group. So they're not directing action. They're not the ones being the center of attention. They're also not the ones standing from the outside. They like to be part of the decision-making circle. So they seek input from others. They really like teamwork. Teamwork's the focus of what's going on. And they tend to defer decisions to other people. A lot of times they don't make decisions themselves. They wait for someone else to make a decision. They also don't take praise very well, meaning that they tend to, when thanked or when shown appreciation, they tend to defer to other people, to recognize everyone else. And sometimes that hinders their credibility, especially as it's seen from these directors. Notice I left this up here. Our directors look for people who take charge, who take action for results. So when you have someone that's more of this steady, calm behavior style, they tend to get overlooked a lot of times. Their opinions tend to be taken a little bit less seriously, and they tend to have a bit more of a challenge getting their voices heard. And so when you understand these basic styles, you start to see the leadership dynamic between organizations. And once you do that, you can see where your strengths and weaknesses are. And if you want to get heard, you want to get recognized for the efforts, and you want to be able to be more influential and persuasive, you have to step outside of your comfort zone, okay, and start developing the leadership skills necessary to be heard. And that doesn't mean you have to be aggressive. It means you have to be confident, and you have to know how to communicate to that direct person, that interactive person, and that calculating person. You have to know what language to use, what types of tones to use. And once you understand that, then you can become an effective leader in your organization and help take your procurement, supply, logistics department, or any other department to that next level, and with credibility and with power.